Chapter 304, Benefactor of My Dream, just dropped. I'm not even gonna waste any time, we're just gonna get straight into it. We open with Isagi back at home after so long. How long has it been since we've seen him at home? I think it's been since the U20 match. Kind of a full circle moment. He's eating his pork cutlet, he's thanking his parents for the food, and as usual, his parents are buttering him up, and his mom made the same pork cutlets that she made during Chapter 1 when he lost his first game. This really is a full circle moment in every respect, and I just love it. Isagi's talking about how it's so tasty, how pork cutlets after a victory are so rewarding. I was raised Muslim, so I don't eat pork, but yeah, good for you, Isagi. And then his mom asks, "Do you have a break from Blue Lock for long?" Something like that. The U20 World Cup isn't for a while, so they told us we had the next 2 weeks off when I came home. Then get lots of rest. Want pork cutlets again tomorrow? Isagi's dad butts in. "I've gotta say though, this has gotten crazy. Your popularity, your abilities, your salary." "Hey now, dear." Sorry. You came back to rest, so I shouldn't talk about that." It's okay. Blue Lock is handling the offers from overseas club teams in the meantime. We'll get the details later. So they said to just focus on the U20 World Cup for now. This piece of dialogue here is really interesting to me because it does make me seem like we are gonna have a club arc down the line, but instead of what most people thought where it would be before the World Cup, it seems like it's actually going to be after the World Cup, which makes a lot more sense now that I think about it, assuming the series goes on after the U20 World Cup, which now most definitely seems like it will. And his mom is gassing him up even more. "It really is amazing. Aside from the money, you managed to win and become #1 in Blue Lock, Yoi-chan." "Yeah, thanks. I joined the league wanting to become #1, and I faced the challenges head on. I really pulled it off, and I'm really stoked for real." And oh my god, you guys are not ready for this. Isagi's dad comes in. "Thanks for that shit, huh? What? My ultimate clown." And Isagi starts tweaking. "Hey, quit it! Don't pick on your son, evil dad." Isagi's mom's having a laugh about it. Tell him that if he keeps trash talking, he's gonna be a bad influence on kids watching. Jesus, this family's so wholesome, man. I love them. It is just so common in anime and manga to have a family that is torn apart or kind of like fucked up in some sense. I feel like that's the standard at this point. So to actually see this being portrayed for once, oh my god, I love it. But the family happiness is cut short by a ringing on the doorbell. "Delivery." A box. It's for me from Blue Lock. What is all this? This is a bunch of discs. Maybe they're recordings of something? Plus a plane ticket. And a letter from Ego-san. "Learn about soccer, Yoichi Isagi. The key to your next evolution is in here. Discover it for yourself. Jinpachi Ego." And notice how Ego addressed Isagi as Asagi-sama? I'm telling you right now, the Isagi glaze from Ego, there's just no end. It's never gonna end. Learn about soccer. Did Ego-san think up an assignment just for me? I've been wondering for a while. What kind of person does Ego-san seem like to you, Yoi-chan? Huh? I mean, he's definitely radical, and he has his own philosophy, I guess. He's totally unsociable, and he'll only say what he means no matter who he's talking to. He'd be just some weirdo if he was anywhere else. So he's just how he looked on BLTV. I guess that actually makes him trustworthy. Yeah. Plus, he believes more than anyone on Earth that Japan will win the World Cup. And he's thinking back to the shit that Ego was saying before to Nagi. You know, I kinda understand it now. The sincerity of an adult and what true passion feels like. Jinpachi Ego is the craziest, most fascinating guy in the world. And he's the benefactor of my dream. Isagi's parents are looking on. They got these little diamond paintings hung up. I don't know what these are. What are these called? Do you guys know what these called? I kinda want them. These look kinda fire. Okay, go back to the manga. Seems like you're having fun, Yoi-chan. I'm glad you met someone good. You sure have changed, Yoichi. In the short time you were away, you've gotten more mature than me. No way that you are like a kid, Dad. But you know, Yoichi, I just want you to remember this. No matter how much you change, the fact that Mom and I are your family will never change. I think you're gonna fight even bigger challenges soon. You'll live in the world of competition where you'll get hurt and hurt others. But Mom and I will always be watching over you. And no matter how things change, this is your home to return to. Oh my god, I love this. I love this for Isagi. I love this for them. I don't know how people can see this and think like, oh, Isagi is an interesting character just because he has loving parents. Not every character needs a terrible backstory. And for once, it is actually very refreshing to see a main character treated like this by his parents. I honestly think this is more interesting than just giving Isagi cliche Sa backstory number 53. I already said I love it, but I gotta say it again because this is just so fucking good. And I'm so glad Kanishiro actually has the balls to just show a loving family. As weird as that sounds to say, but it's true. Isagi's parents really are the best, and it's been, I think, once again since the U20 match that we've seen a moment like this from Isagi and his parents, and the full circle moment just keeps coming up. Isagi thanks them as genuinely as he can, and he heads up to his room to watch the videos. We see it's a 2008 Euro final. Ego even went through the courtesy of setting up a little Blu-ray screen. I don't know why they took those away. You know, remember the Blu-ray screens we used to have for movies? Honestly, maybe you guys are too young to even remember those. But back when you bought movies, you know, they'd have like a menu that was all like fancily designed and shit. And some of them were like really cool and had a lot of effort put into them. I don't think they do those anymore. What happened to them, man? Bring them back! I wonder what Ego-san wants me to learn. Oh, it really is a soccer recording. I wonder which match this is. You know, Asagi, as much as I glaze you as a so-called soccer fan, I feel like you would know which match this is, especially because the teams are right there. So maybe it should be obvious as to when this was taking place, especially because it says on the fucking disc. We're watching goals be scored. A goal scene. Does he want me to learn about shooting? Oh wait, it cut to another match. And we're seeing like a best moments compilation like that shit you see on YouTube with like those really fucking dumbass thumbnails. What is this? The shot was blocked? He's not telling me to learn from the goal scenes. Then what is he showing me? Huh? Whenever the recording changes, it starts with the tempo changing trap or a killer pass. So that's it. He doesn't want to show me goals, but game changing moments. That's gotta be it. The ideas behind these traps, passes, and dribbles that add a new stimulus to the field. Ego-san handpicked these past recordings from international matches for this collection of plays that produce the goal set. The goal set in Big 2025? I genuinely did not think we were ever going to hear that term again. But, you know, it's kind of nostalgic, so... Well, hey, once again, full circle, yeah. Amar, Pedro, are these real players? I don't think they are, but I'm not a soccer geek. I actually don't watch soccer at all. So, if any of you guys know whether these are real players or not, hey, let me know, because I kind of feel like Blue Lock has moved past the willingness to use real players with the World 5, New Gen 11, and all that, but they've mentioned Ronaldo and Messi in the past, so I could be wrong. Asagi's saying there's still so much I don't know about soccer overflowing through the world. And just seeing this really makes me think, yeah, Japan is definitely losing the World Cup. As much as they have learned, I'm just sure there's something out there, a new enemy that they just haven't experienced anything like yet that is absolutely gonna fuck them up. This is fascinating and fun. I need to input this new stimulus. I want to reach Jinpachi's ego level of thought. All of us in Blue Lock are still evolving. 45 days until the U20 World Cup. And we see Bachira, Chigiri, and Kunigami, the egoist four, all in this chapter, and that's the end of Benefactor of My Dream. Now, I could say it for the millionth time how this is a full circle chapter, but beyond that, I just enjoy this chapter for so many reasons. This actually does feel like the first chapter we've gotten that is actually a break from all the action, and I appreciate it, because it is really necessary to have chapters like this, especially when your most recent match was about the size of a fucking skyscraper. But more importantly, it's just really nice to see more of Asagi's family, because as lovable as they are, the conversations they get into, aside from the goofy stuff that is really nice to see, it's also really interesting seeing how they talk about ego, because I feel like that's something that's hardly ever touched on in the series, that Ego is a very eccentric person, but because they're always just focused on Blue Lock and the shit that's happening in the facility, they never get to really just say like, hey, this guy's kind of weird, but I sort of get where he's coming from. It kind of mirrors the majority of the fandom's thoughts. There's a small majority that genuinely thinks Ego's wrong about everything, which I'm not even gonna like get into that. But it is nice hearing Asagi say that he is objectively a weirdo, but he is someone worth respecting because he has a dream worth believing in, and he does things that genuinely spurs it on. This panel right here sums it all up. Jinpachi Ego is the craziest, most fascinating guy in the world, and he's the benefactor of my dream. I know Asagi's gonna get a lot of hate for this by that portion of the fandom, but hey, he's true and right. Don't let them silence you. As for Asagi watching all this footage, it's very hard to say what this really means, but all I'm getting from this as someone that doesn't watch soccer is that Asagi is not ready for shit. He got cooked from seeing the World 5. He genuinely could not believe what was unfolding before him, and I have a feeling that even though he's brushed up his skills like a lot since then, he's still gonna encounter the world and realize, yeah, he's not shit. And I feel like they're gonna lose in the final of the World Cup. Maybe not even the final, maybe semifinals, I don't know. I think they're gonna get a new record for Japan in the World Cup, and then they're gonna lose. Maybe that's me being pessimistic, but considering how it seems very clear that the story's gonna extend beyond the World Cup, that just seems like the obvious answer to me. I don't really think Blue Lock would win the World Cup twice in a row. That wouldn't really feel narratively satisfying, but hey, we'll see what happens. As for this final panel, all of us in Blue Lock are still evolving. You know, we got Bachira, Chigiri, they're chilling. They're just getting their plane tickets, but oh my god, why is Kunigami like this? Like, I get being like this in Blue Lock because it's literally only about soccer. Is there really a reason to look like this outside of Blue Lock? You have a loving family, a sister that loves you, and you're still looking like this. Like, how do you face your family? Like, genuinely speaking, how do you go back there, face your family, and not make them sue the shit out of Blue Lock? Like, how does that work? It makes me wonder, did they not get DVDs as well? I mean, You know, I guess it makes sense since Iga would only go out of his way to give Isagi all those clips since he's like one of the star strikers. I'm assuming he also would send like Shido and Rin those clips as well. So it makes sense these guys just got their letters and maybe even plane tickets. But hey, maybe they got DVDs as well, who knows? We got 45 days until the U20 World Cup, and Isagi just said that they have 2 weeks off, so we're gonna have about a month left basically. Yeah, it's gonna be 31 days until the World Cup when their break is over, which is quite literally the peak of a month. And at that point, I could understand if they just decide to time skip to the World Cup. That would make sense. I feel like a month isn't like that much time to pass over, and it genuinely seems like that's what they're trying to get into. So I'm expecting another chapter or 2, maybe even 3 of some exposition, maybe some other characters' perspectives, and then I think we're just gonna get into the World Cup right after that. It's gonna be really fun to see. But I think that's all I have for now. Make sure again to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next time. Peace.